AMC recovered beautifully today. Let's talk about the price action, a upcoming catalyst, and where I think this stock could be headed very soon. Make sure to watch to the very end of this video so you don't miss any of the analysis I'm going to be talking about today with AMC. And if you guys want to pick up a free stock with the investing app Public, click the link down in the description below. You guys can follow us and keep up to date with everything that we're doing in the stock market as far as buying and selling different stocks goes, and of course our thoughts and opinions on them. And you guys will get a free stock when you sign up with our link. So if that sounds interesting, check out the link down in the description below. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. Alrighty guys, here we are with AMC Entertainment. We have a beautiful recovery from the lows that we experienced yesterday. We unfortunately had about I believe it was 11% decrease in price, or loss rather, I guess, in price yesterday. And now sitting today, which is of course August 5th, we're seeing a 12.27% increase or gain on the day for AMC stock, up about $33.50 as far as the share price goes, up about $3.66 as a metric for the gain in metrics is concerning money, right? AMC recovering beautifully today, of course, and this is no surprise. I really honestly expected this because I knew that a bunch of people were going to buy the dip, right? We all know that, of course, apes are, of course, holding strong, and they are continuing to buy the dips whenever they arise, especially on a day like that where the RSI gets super oversold. And we just see a lot of people looking for buying entries or positions, and they hop in and they make profit. And I mean, a lot of people, if you bought yesterday, you're likely in profit. Depends on your cost average though, depending on when you bought AMC in the first place. But overall, a great day for AMC in general. Now, what's not so great, and this is the news that I wanted to talk about today, but actually I think this is good news. I'm gonna flip the script a little bit here. This is what most people would consider bad news, but in my opinion, this is actually very good news. And we'll get into why that is in here in just a second. Let's read the article and kind of figure out what that is. So it says here, another hedge fund is shorting AMC as the meme stock darling falls below $30. That of course happened yesterday. Let's read a little bit about why or what's going on here. Another hedge fund is plotting a short bet against AMC as the meme stock favorite loses momentum. According to a Financial Times report, in a trade led by partner James Hanbury, Odie Asset Management, wow, a hedge fund managing over $4 billion has taken a short position against AMC on the theory that retail zeal has driven the movie chain stock above sustainable levels. Major distortions, quotes, stemming from AMC's retail-driven run-up have been presented some compelling short opportunities, according to an investor letter written by Hanbury and obtained by the FT. Hedge fund Melvin Capital became widely reveled by online investors in the early days of the GameStop meme trade frenzy, as a frenzy of investing popularized via Reddit squeezed Melvin's short position, generating huge losses, but some lost notorious hedge funds like Union Square Park Capital Management have been able to profit from quietly betting against retail traders. For its part, Audie's European fund gained over 22% in the first several weeks of 2021 as the Reddit mania was at its peak, according to previous FT reporting. From a high single-digit base, AMC's price rocketed up in early June, cresting over $70 before settling near $50. But momentum has slowed in recent weeks as the stock has come below $30. And as the price has steadily fallen, short bets against AMC have begun to grow. Short seller Iceberg Research last month said it would be betting against AMC on its amount of weak fundamentals and inflated price. Nothing that AMC's rapid price surge was fueled by call options and thus cannot be sustained. So, what does this mean? There are a variety of different hedge funds taking new short positions on this stock. This seems like bad news, what most people would consider. Well, I would argue that this is not the worst news ever, especially if you're waiting for a short squeeze with AMC. We all know that for any short squeeze to happen, there needs to be a significant amount of short interest as far as the float is concerned. The float, of course, being the shares that are outstanding. Float, just kind of another term for them in general. But the more short interest there is on a stock, the more likely or the more possible a short squeeze can become. Now, there is the other part of that equation, of course, which is, of course, retail interest. If people aren't buying the stock and aren't interested in the stock, again, it just won't happen. But it seems like, for the most part, there are still plenty of people who are diehard fans of this stock and are apes and who are willing to hold no matter what news comes out. Now, if we actually look here at the shortsqueeze.com info, this is my favorite place to go just for different metrics on short squeeze stuff. We're sitting at about 15.95% short percent of float, and there's been a 6% increase in this short volume here just in the last 24 hours. Now this is big stuff because that means that there are more hedge funds and likely more large capital management firms that are becoming more confident in wanting to short AMC. This is good news if you're a believer in the short squeeze and if you believe the short squeeze is going to happen again. In my personal opinion, I still think it is not entirely out of the equation yet. I think retail interest needs to build back up before we can see a substantial move. But again, it's going to take a little bit of time for that to happen, of course. Now, keep that in mind that, these types of things take time. This is a patience game, especially with AMC, especially with any meme stock or any type of stock related to this kind of industry where there's a large retail sentiment that are pouring their money basically into the stock. It's patience. At the end of the day, stuff like this might not always happen, but if you're willing to have money in it that you're willing to lose, because again, these are kind of volatile type of positions, they are a little bit of lottery plays. These are things that of course might not always work out, and it's important to be aware of that, to prepare for that, and of course to understand and be aware of what's going on with your position. So a couple of big things going on with AMC, just so you're aware. There is, and I'm sure you are aware if you're watching this video, but you might not be, just so let's cover it anyways. We have an earnings report coming up August 12th, I believe it's the 12th is when they will be reporting earnings. Now this is going to be a big catalyst because we haven't really seen, this could be the start, but we haven't really seen a significant run up in price moving into that date. However, it is only August 5th. We're still about 6 to 7 days away from that happening. So again, be aware. Be aware of what AMC's price is doing. If you see 4 to 3 to even 2 days out, we see a significant increase in price as it runs up, more than likely on the earnings date, we may see a bit of a pullback. This is what happens or tends to happen with most stocks. Earnings is always a gamble. It can go either way. But what we tend to notice with patterns in the past is that when stocks begin to run up towards their earnings dates, we do tend to see a pullback. This is not guaranteed and this is not financial advice, but this is what I've noticed in my years of trading in the market and of course being aware and reporting on these different types of stocks. Now, just to wrap this video up and to get kind of an understanding of what went on today and what's been going on with AMC, here's some technical analysis on TradingView. This is AMC on the 1 day, 1 minute chart. As you can see here, this was the trading day we saw today. A little bit of a pullback here on open, but then nice, beautiful uptrend for the rest of the day going into after hours, staying in the green at about $33.20. If we pull back here a little bit, we have broken this very hard downtrend that we've been seeing for the last like 4 or 5 days. And we have finally had a beautiful green day, that I'm sure a lot of investors, myself included, of course, waiting on to happen. Let's pull back a little bit more here to the 1 month here. AMC's been kind of in a consolidation pattern for the last couple of days here. We were on a large, significant downtrend though here in this later part, the left part of the kind of the graph of the month here. And as you can see though, if we look at the RSI, because I like looking at RSI on these wider time frames, so I understand a good position point. The RSI is getting closer, getting very close to being overbought, which is of course the 70 level around here. It's different on every graph really, they always kind of list it differently, but every time there's a significant peak in the RSI, we have seen a significant pullback, right? We've seen significant downtrends here in the RSI every time we've seen a peak. Now, every time the RSI peaks below the 30, we see a significant uptrend or a significant reversal in that downtrend. So this is something important to keep in mind, guys, and be aware of if you're trying to find good entry points with AMC. It's how I personally find my entry points with AMC, and it's worked for me pretty well so far. But other than that, guys, just be aware of what's going on with AMC. We have a lot of catalysts coming up, and of course we have new short positions being taken out, so be aware of that. But other than that, guys, that is pretty much it for AMC. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. If you guys want to pick up a free stock with Public, check out our link down in the description below. When you guys sign up with our link, you guys will get 1 free stock. All you have to do is deposit $1. That's it, guys, and you can start your own investing portfolio and follow some of your favorite influencers, celebrities, or investors that are on the app, and of course making trades every single day. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.